Okay, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
It's Sheila and Rhonda.
Hi. Sharon with Sheila and Rhonda.
Yeah,
Good morning. Good morning.
yes, I hope you're doing well today.
Yep.
We are out in the Thomas Park walkway, and earlier I took a sound bite of all the beautiful birds singing, so we thought that we would just stay right here and
You can hear
get
them sing
that
in the background.
get that beautiful music in the background of the beautiful birds. And today we think we'll talk a little bit more and carry on this theme of time this week. And we got a cute little boy and his mom walking up here too. He's adorable, so you might hear him in the background, but that's okay.
You might hear me coughing too with my asthma.
Yeah, Sheila's asthma's
It's
acting
bad
up again.
with the humidity, so it is
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah, it is a little humid, isn't it?
Oh, it's terrible.
Oh my gosh! Yesterday I did a job in a large store, and of course you had to have that mask on, and the air conditioner was blowing, but I was burning up, and I'm like, God, I can hardly breathe through this thing all of a sudden. So it must be the humidity.
Yeah.
That's the only time I have trouble breathing, unless I hold my breath while I'm walking up the
So
steps.
the time with humidity, huh?
Time with humidity. Yeah, I know a lot of you don't need to talk about that, do you? You're living it.
All right.
But so Sheila, share with me what you think about time.
Well, there's a lot of ways of looking at time. It's how you spend it, where you spend it, where you put your priorities. And for me, it is giving time away. It's the most precious thing that you have is your time. And a lot of people need to have time with you. Just stop right there and give your attention to whoever needs it at the time.
Mm-hmm. And it's real important how we spend that time. My first thought when I said that was keeping that time with others as positive as you can. Maybe you have feelings of animosity or jealousy or envy, but that's your issue, not theirs. So you might want to not take it out on someone else, because that's not their problem. It's your perception, and it may or may not be accurate. But if you're working, how you spend your time at work, are you being productive? Are you wasting time by daydreaming or procrastination, which is the worst? Because those moments in time we will not get back. That's it. That here and now moment is here and gone in a fleeting moment.
Precious.
Very precious.
Precious. Time
And
is very precious.
yes.
Invaluable.
Oh my gosh, I almost want to say invaluable.
Absolutely.
Time is priceless.
It's the way that you look at it.
Mm-hmm. I found out this morning someone I know was very well acquainted with, passed away. I had no idea she even had cancer. And it really just kind of almost broke my heart. She was just a kind, good soul. And I just felt very connected to her. And I just thought ever since I've known her, she's been really thin. So I didn't think anything of it. But she chose not to, share it. And that's okay. But boy, I'll bet time was precious to her. And that brought me to thinking that I want to spend my time for good, not for animosity or anything negative. I want to contribute and help people see there is light at the end of the tunnel if they're struggling, and that help them to know. And I truly believe this, that we don't really die when we die. Only our physical being dies. And my mom and dad taught me that from a very early age when my aunt passed away. And she was a dear person. So they helped me with that. I think I was only about maybe 8. I lost a lot of people that year. But time is good. Time is precious. Time is priceless.
It is priceless. And also, things that happened years ago, different times in your life, comes forward, and helps you move forward from the lessons that you learned during that time.
Yes.
And then how this time in your life, you have the wisdom to understand what happened back then, so you don't make the same mistakes, or understanding how to deal with different type of situations because you've been
Yes.
through it during
Yes.
that time. And you can move it to this time, and how do you relate to people? How do you interact, or how do you value the time you're in right now?
Right.
It's very precious.
Right.
Time is very precious.
And when those things do crop back up, I can speak for myself that it's time to take a look at it. What am I missing? What haven't I let go of yet? Is there a little more grieving to do, or a little more soul work to do?
What I like too is I like talking with elders about the time that they've been through, all the way, 70, 80, 90 years ago, and how time has changed. And then their actually wisdom and knowledge from it. I'm very fascinated by it.
Yes.
And realize how precious time is, and to give them the time to share who they are.
Yes.
And that's what's so precious about time, is that a lot of times we get so busy that we don't realize that the people we interact with need us to share that time with them.
Yes, and they need to share that time with us.
Exactly.
They want to feel that. I think they want to
Connected.
feel like, yes,
Connected. Yes.
very connected,
And valuable, still valuable, and productive, and
appreciated, worthy.
appreciated, worthy.
Yes.
And when you don't give them the time, if you just brush them off, because you're so busy with your time, it sends a big message, and that's where we need to slow down and realize how precious that time is.
Speaking of precious, I had to, but I didn't get her face, so
Yeah. We have a lot of people that walk this trail that are here, and I love hearing the birds and the nature, and to be able to just walk out my house and be able to do this. And Rhonda and I live very close
know.
together, so we're very fortunate to have the time to do this.
I
but-
couldn't believe that when I learned how close we live. We aren't even 3 miles apart,
No,
are
I think
we?
it's like a mile.
Mile
and
and a half. All these years.
Yeah, it's cool. It's really good.
Yeah, well, there's always a reason for the timing.
That's right, exactly. So we're going to say goodbye because we don't want to make this too long.
Right.
Keep you away from your time. But it's a nice just to stop and reflect upon the time where you're at and how precious time really is.
And yes, and remember that everybody's healing over something in their own
way.
individual way. Every second, every minute, every hour, and every day.
Have a great day, everybody.
Yes.
Bye-bye now.
Bye bye.